You may think that cancer is the worst disease out there. Well, you'd be wrong. There's something way worse that kills 3 times more people every year. And what's scary is that most people don't even know they have it. So today I'm going to tell you all about it. Dr. Berg, a holistic physician and former Olympic athlete. If you want to truly master your health by understanding how your body truly works, subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any content. This disease is responsible for hundreds of millions of deaths every year, and it affects almost every aspect of your health. It causes the accumulation of fat in the liver, generating chronic inflammation. It increases blood pressure and blood sugar, reduces good cholesterol HDL, and raises bad cholesterol LDL. It also causes an increase in triglycerides, the fat present in the blood, and the accumulation of abdominal and overall body fat. Furthermore, this disease weakens your immune system, hindering the body's natural defenses. It also deactivates autophagy, the body's mechanism for cleaning itself, recycling vital components to keep everything functioning optimally. This problem is directly linked to several other serious diseases, such as heart problems, cardiovascular disease, dementia, kidney failure, the leading cause of blindness and amputations. It also contributes to the development of cancer and impairs the body's ability to defend itself against infections, increasing the risk of death in severe cases. This disease is involved in over 95% of fatal illnesses. And what is this mysterious disease? Insulin resistance? For many, hearing insulin resistance may be new. And for others, it may seem too simple, but ignoring its seriousness would be a mistake. Insulin resistance is the most devastating condition ever to exist on the planet. And it is the one that causes the most suffering and costs, both financial and human. Someone might say, but these diseases only kill elderly people. It's true that the risk increases with age, but what really happens is that people live for many years suffering from these diseases with a greatly reduced quality of life. They become dependent on medications, lose energy, mood, and productivity, everything that makes life pleasurable and fulfilling. Let's look at the numbers. One major misconception about diabetes and insulin resistance is that you either have it or you don't. In reality, it's a continuum, ranging from normal insulin sensitivity to advanced diabetes. Glycated hemoglobin A1C, which measures average blood glucose over the past few months, helps define this condition. Values above 6.5 indicate diabetes. A reading between 5.7 and 6.4 is considered prediabetes. Ideally, it should be between 4.8 and 5.1. If your reading is above 5.3, it's a warning sign that your body is on the path to insulin resistance. Worldwide, 463 million people have diabetes, and that number is expected to double in the coming decades. Furthermore, about 1 billion are in a pre-diabetic state, and millions are unknowingly slipping into insulin resistance. Insulin resistance is the leading cause of weight gain. In the United States, more than 70% of the population is overweight, and about a third of the world's population faces this problem. But why does this happen? When you eat food, it is digested and transformed into smaller molecules, which enter the bloodstream. However, for these nutrients to reach your cells, insulin, a vital hormone, is required. Without insulin, as occurs in type 1 diabetes, the body cannot utilize these nutrients, and the person can die. Insulin resistance occurs when cells, muscle, fat, and liver stop responding properly to insulin. But this isn't because the cells are stupid or failing for no reason. The body is intelligent and does this to try to protect the cells from excess insulin, seeking a balance. Imagine that insulin is a salesman knocking on your door, offering a product. The first time you answer and buy it. The second time, you start to find it strange. The 10th time, you start to ignore it and resist it. This is how cells are with insulin. When there's excess insulin, the cells begin to resist it to protect themselves. The big problem is that by resisting, the body produces even more insulin to compensate, creating a vicious cycle. Many people blame body fat as the main cause, but in reality, accumulated fat is the effect of insulin resistance. What really causes insulin to spike is the excess sugars and starches consumed. Studies show that cellular insulin resistance is not caused by fat itself, but by excess insulin produced by excessive carbohydrate and sugar consumption. Even so, health authorities still recommend reducing calories, including those from fat and increasing grain and carbohydrate consumption, which worsens the problem. In the United States, healthcare spending in 2020 exceeded $4 trillion. But despite this, metabolic diseases continue to rise. Current treatment focuses only on symptoms, not the root cause, which is insulin resistance. Now that you understand the severity and causes of insulin resistance, let's talk about what to do to reverse it. The most important step is to focus on insulin, not calories. What matters is the type of food that triggers insulin foods that make you feel hungry and eat more, creating a vicious cycle. The simplest rule for healthy eating is to eat real natural foods, preferably single-ingredient foods, and avoid processed foods full of additives, sugars, starches, and artificial ingredients. If you're already insulin resistant, you'll need to intensify the changes by adopting a low-carb or ketogenic diet, further reducing carbohydrates. Another powerful tool is intermittent fasting, which helps reduce eating frequency, allowing the body to rest from excessive insulin production. And if you want to go deeper into understanding the root causes of illness and how to prevent them, check out the next video. You won't regret it. But before we go, I need to warn you about something. Today, Big Pharma and the medical establishment will do anything to prevent you from reversing insulin resistance and achieving optimal health. Just think about it. If you were able to cure the biggest health problem in the world with a change in diet, wouldn't that make them lose billions of dollars in power? That's why they work tirelessly to stop people like me from sharing this information. So please take action now. If you want to protect yourself in this video for future viewing, click the link below to download a free PDF guide that summarizes the best diet to reverse insulin resistance. And don't forget to like, share, and comment on this video. Together, we will go further and help more people around the world. See you next time.